So I spent about 30 minutes this weekend doing some of the island planner, and I'm gonna give you guys my fair take of it, even though I'm not that far into it. I still have a lot of content left in the game mode. Still got a lot to learn and explore about the game itself, but overall though, it's not too bad. It is not too bad. So let's go ahead and do the cons and pros of this game mode and what I like about it, what I don't like about it, and what needs to be improved about the game mode. So first thing is first. Let's talk about the pros. The pros is this is a very interesting take of the game that Manju is exploring. I think as of right now, they've been making some testing grounds via the 3D dorm, the whole island planner, in preparations for Azure Promelia. I think they're using Azure Lane as a testing grounds for a lot of these features. Because out of nowhere we're getting all these like three-dimensional updates to the game, which is actually very, very cool, but at the same time very strange as well too. So my thought process is they're just using Azure Lane as a testing ground to see what they can implement to the game without it being too clunky, experiment around to see what's nice interface wise and quality of life and so forth, and seeing what can be improved on their actual game, the Azure Promelia game. So that's the first. The second is that this is a very good way to just get a break from the game itself. I know a lot of us have been grinding Azure Lane for many years now, so being able to just jump into Island Planner, play some running simulator, jumping simulator is a very nice little feature to the game itself, rather than just, alright guys, another 3 hours of autoing D3 to get as much points as we can before we just buy the same old stuff from the shop again and then just go on with that day after the event ends, right guys? So this is a nice break from it. By all means, it's very, very good. Definitely do need that every now and then, so by all means, I welcome it. The next thing is that I really do enjoy the color scheme. Like this color scheme right here reminds me a little bit of Azure Promelia, a little bit of a softer Azure Promelia, so definitely has their own like uniqueness to it compared to like just other games itself. I do like that a lot. More childish, more like colorful, fluffy looking, like it's very, very neat. I do also like the character interactions in this game, like being able to see a 3D Saratoga, a 3D Akashi is very, very cool. I do hope they add more into the game, which they probably will in the future, to just add more interactions to the game itself, because as we know, there's like 700 ships in the game. Surely they're not going to put all of them in the game, so it's a step forward in the right direction in terms of that aspect. So overall, it's not too bad for the positives. I do have more to say itself, but it's just like a general like good color, just gameplay itself is whatever, pretty nice, so forth. But let's get into the cons, because I do have some critique to it and I want them to like just update this to be a little bit better. So the first thing is first is that this game mode is very, very clunky. If you guys notice, like you guys chop these trees, you mine something, you start jumping on debris or whatever, or dropping on furniture, stuff like that, it's very, very clunky. It feels kind of weird. It doesn't feel right in terms of movement or whatever. I think mainly because it's like a mobile game type mode, and I'm not playing it on mobile. I'm playing it on my emulator. I can't play on mobile, but I choose not to. It just feels very, very clunky to me. So hopefully they improve that. Some features are nice. Some features are kind of like whatever. Like I got hit a rock like 3 times. I got hit a tree 3 times. It gets kind of weird. Another thing is I do notice that a lot of resources are on their own timers. So like there's this one daily where I got to chop like 4 pieces of lumber to complete it. And oh my god, I'm pretty sure they made it so it only spawns 1 log at a time in the area, because you'll just run around the whole place, and if you don't see a sparkling tree, you can't really hit them for the log. So you gotta go in order. It's kind of weird, and so forth. And the next thing is that it has a very, very what's the word here? It has a very interesting story. Like I don't think there's a story as of right now. Like we're just getting like the land area out of the way, then we go into the city, and then Akashi's doing some funny stuff. Like honestly, like I'm like not that far into the game mode. I'm about 30 minutes in, so I don't have much to say and critique about it until I actually get to the end part of the game to talk about the story. But as of right now though, honestly, there's more story in this game mode than the actual main game itself, which is kind of funny. But there's no means by any like main story. Like I think it's kind of interesting to see like other characters in the game. I don't know if anyone's gonna flip out like that one time where they add like a male character to a gacha game and it won't start flipping out. I think it was like Nikkei or Girls Frontline 2. But this game mode does have a few male characters, if I'm not mistaken. So kind of interesting, kind of weird. I mean, including us, we're also male characters too. So I'm not sure how the community is gonna take it. If they flip out, whatever, not my problem. I don't really care about that. But I'm put that as a con mainly because some people are that kind of like male phobic. Like, oh my god, I can't have a male character in my 900 girls unit game or whatever. So yeah, there's also that as well too. There are also dailies and chores to do as well too. Mainly though, but your level. I don't really mind this. It's like the MMO style. If you guys play MMOs or whatever, you guys are used to this by now. You just gather stuff, kill things, return them. You get EXP, gold, just the usual stuff, right, guys? So there's that. And then, lastly, if I do have to say something, is that a lot of the quality of life gets unlocked later in the game, which is kind of, not later, but like a couple minutes down the game, which is kind of weird. So like, there's this one daily where they want me to go back into like an old map, but I was stuck in a weird area where I couldn't go back, and it wasn't until I got to the next level I can get the map unlocked to go back to the old area. Same with like leaving the phone thing at the beginning of the game. Like, I couldn't really leave the tutorial until I get the phone unlocked, which is my problem because I didn't wait like an extra like 1 or 2 minutes of gameplay to get that unlocked. But I feel like there's just some features that should be there automatically in case people just don't like the game and they just want to go back to this farming in Azur lane. That's truly how I feel like. I got my phone already, so I already unlocked that feature, so it's not a big issue. But sometimes, you know, it's just kind of weird. And I will say that a lot of the gameplay is not like thoroughly in depth. It's kind of bare bones. It feels like your average MMO that was made by some like I don't know, grade B studio or whatever. So there is a lot to be improved on. I'm not sure if they are going to improve. Well, they are going to improve on this, but I'm not sure if they're going to like take this to a whole new level because this patch itself gave so many problems to the game. So I'm not really expecting this to be like, oh my god, the game is going to go insane with this new island planner or whatever. I think it's just a mini testing ground for the game to just have some area to test out Azur Promelia, see what they can improve on, and so forth. I never got to play the Azur Promelia beta. Hopefully I do though, but if I had to guess, the gameplay is not nearly as similar, but it just gives you like a basic understanding of what they plan on doing with the game itself, and maybe they could improve something on it in the long run. Like maybe they might add like a 3D feature to like some mini game or whatever. So that'll definitely be something interesting to look at in the future for this island planner update. But overall though, I do like it. I do think it's the right direction, trying to improve the aspect of the game aside from just like collection or whatever. I do wish they add more end game content as well too. Like, I'm enjoying all these like horizontal updates like 3D dorm, island planner, all this being added to the game, but I truly do wish that they add more end game content to the game, because it gives the actual players that have been playing this game for that same reason to just keep playing and farming and doing all that jazz later in the game. Alright, so that's all I gotta say. Good update overall. Hopefully it doesn't crash like it was doing in the first day or whatever. But let me know what you guys think about the update. Do you guys like it? Do you guys not like it? Do you guys not care about it? Feel free to share your explanation about this. I will play with this over time itself. I heard you get 200 gems from this, so I'm going to definitely get the 200 gems. But I'm gonna take my time with it. I will complete it or get up to date with it as soon as I can. I know I said that about like the TB thing, but I never got around to the TB thing. Like if they added gems to it, probably I would, but and not really that enticed about it though. But yeah, anyways, thank you guys for watching as always, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.